Hey there fans, welcome back to our channel. Usually every year I like to do like a little Q&A session. And we did a Q&A during the live stream with the artists, and we were able to pick some of your questions out from the live stream. But based on events that took place during the live stream, I felt it was necessary to do a Q&A now for 2024. So we did one back in, I think, 2021. We did another in 2022, 2023, and here we are doing another in 2024. So I have picked out a bunch of the top 10 questions that I get asked repeatedly over and over again. So, and these are questions that have been answered either through prior Q&As or through the monthly updates, but because we've got, you know, a lot of new members, subscribers to the channel, I figure I just condense it and give it to you directly. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing I want to address is during the live stream, there were a number of noticeable issues with the stream. There were a number. First, let's tackle the audio. The audio from the stream apparently wasn't good. Our intention was not to do a live stream. Our intention was to actually upload the video file and stream it from the upload, right? But we ran out of time, and I'll tell you exactly what happened. So the audio quality that you guys may have heard might not have been as good as what I was hearing on my end, right? So that's number one. Let's tackle that. Number two, there were other hiccups, not just the audio, right? In some cases, the audio cut out, more specifically between audio, between scenes, I think it was 11:3 through 11:9 or 11:10. The score just completely went out. You still heard the voices, you still heard some of the sound effects, but the score was gone. Technical issue, and I'll get into the details as why. It's all connected, right? But I want to lay things out. I also saw a number of visual effects that I missed. For example, there was one specifically stands out between a fight scene between Galvatron and Ultra Magnus while they're on Cybertron. Galvatron picks up this medium, this road divider, and he just slams it down, and Ultra Magnus gets out of the way, and when he turns around, he shoots him. There was missing laser effect there, so I noticed that. So that's that. There were a number of sound effects that were missing, and that was true from the original YouTube unrendered video, right? We picked up on those even more so. Then there were other things where a black screen came out. I think during scene, I want to say it was scene 14, and then it was like a quick frame or two where a red screen came out. I don't remember what scene that was in. Might have been scene 16. Those are things that unfortunately that were missed on Mike's part. So let me go ahead and explain to you guys. There are two different things that are going on here. Number one, I think there was a miscue between myself and Mike, and even maybe Mike got mixed up and confused. We did, from the unrendered, we did a number of enhancements. We did better timing, smoother animation, more expressions. We even added certain things. We changed certain things to make it better. One of those things was, for example, when Optimus Prime comes out, the way that we had him, somebody said, oh, maybe you should do it this way instead, and I thought that was cooler. There's another part where one of you fans had recommended that maybe Megatron kind of looks weird when Knockout comes out and it's confirmed that he's an Autobot. So we made those types of enhancements, right? Now, Mike was trying to edit our YouTube version based on the unrendered version. And so if he stuck to that, then a lot of the enhancements that we did wouldn't get seen and would change, right? For instance, if there was a quicker walk cycle, because some of the walk cycles were too slow, maybe some of the animation was too slow. So if we sped that up, then it changes the timing on the final cut. So he's trying to do one thing, and I'm thinking we're doing something else. That's number one. Number two, there were some transition issues from the file that I gave him. I didn't do a good job editing. There were frames here and there that I missed because I cut it too quickly. And again, because he's trying to match what we did on the unrendered, right? But again, I do think that he got confused himself, because he would even tell me, hey, you know what, maybe add this in here and add that. And there were certain things that didn't get added. Ben also helped out to enhance certain things. And I think Mike just ran out of time and couldn't make those, couldn't include those enhancements. Why? What took place? Mike got hit with like a last minute project at his job. Remember, we all have jobs, right? And we had scheduled the original release back in September, and because we had just finished gathering the things, we hadn't completed the visual effects, and I thought it was going to be a copy and paste type thing, and no, it wasn't. Turned out that it wasn't. So we moved it back till October. Well, apparently, Mike gets hit with a last minute, assignment with a 1 week due date or deliverable on his job. Hey, listen, this is all for fun, and this is kind of like hobby type thing. Our jobs are bread and butter. If I have a deliverable, like if I had to work, let's say come the 19th, my boss came to me and says, hey, I know we normally don't work weekends, but I need you because this type of enhancement is going into this system, and I need you to test it out and make sure that it's good so that the folks overseas can go ahead and implement it so that everybody can go ahead and work on that system come Monday morning and we don't lose any time. If I'm the only person, that's what my boss asks of me, guess what? I would have had to have canceled the streaming event, and I would have had to have done my job, because at the end of the day, my job is what puts food on my table, keeps a roof over my head, and provides for my family. Likewise, Mike got hit with something last minute, and I really want to, and this isn't to trash Mike, it's actually to commend Mike. Mike was still juggling both things at the same time. I think if I had been Mike, I would have been like, hey, Carlos, I know I told you I was going to do this, but I got this, and now I can't, and so on and so forth, right? So kudos to Mike for being able to juggle both at the same time, right? So let me give you guys a breakdown of what took place here. We were originally intended to have this done by Thursday, right? Thursday, Jason and I were supposed to meet so that we can upload it to YouTube, make sure there were no technical issues. Whatever technical issues came up, we had maybe 2 days to fix it, right? So Mike, I think it was on Tuesday after I got back from my trip to Cancun, Mike had told me there's no way I can get this done by Thursday. I can probably get it done for you Friday night. All right, cool. So not that big of an issue. I actually ended up texting Jason. I know he streams Friday night, so he would have been not available. So I told Jason, hey, let's meet Saturday afternoon, because I know that you stream also on Saturday mornings. And that way also Mike has a little bit of time, extra time. Mike and I agreed to that. 12 o'clock or close to 12 o'clock, Mike's like, hey, I need more time. I need till 3. 3 o'clock comes around. Hey, I need till 7. I'm like, well, 7 is a streaming. Mike didn't have the file until 7:47. So between 15 minutes to 10 minutes prior to us going live is when Mike was able to complete the file, hand it over to us. So we literally I had no chance to give it a final review and see those issues that we all saw live. The same hiccups that you guys saw live for the first time were the same hiccups that we saw live for the first time. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of background of what took place. It's one of those things that unfortunately it was unexpected and we had no control over. But I want you guys to rest assured those items have already been fixed. As of right now, I have gone in myself and I fixed all those items. Now, what I'm currently working on is making sure, as far as the visuals go, what I'm currently working on is making sure that the audio is, there were certain, like for instance, when a gun from the forearm would pop out, there wasn't the transformation sound. There were some missing footsteps, etc., etc. So I'm making sure I go in and add those that should have been added, but again, we just ran out of time. So rest assured, that's being taken care of. That's going to lead me to question number 2. When will this file be uploaded? I'm getting inundated with that question. And guys, it'll be uploaded when we finish. I don't know when that's going to happen. I'm moving as fast as I can. Like I said, I only have the audio left, but I just started today. So I'm going to see if I can finish it up this week and hopefully have it uploaded before the month is over. If not, it'll be uploaded, sometime during November. I'll probably get a better idea once I have the November project update. So tune into that if you want the specific date. Question number 3. Will Galvatron's Revenge be dubbed in another language? No, it's not. I'm not going to spend time trying to translate in languages that I don't know. The language that I get asked the most is Hindi. I'm not Hindi. I don't look Hindi. I don't talk Hindi. It's not going to do it. And I've said this before. I'm Hispanic, and I'm still not going to translate it in Spanish because, number one, my Spanish, I'm a little bit illiterate in Spanish, to be quite frank. I speak it fluently, but I'm illiterate. I read like a third grader. It's not my primary language. My primary language is English, but I'm not going to do it in any other language. That's just the bottom line. I'm not gonna, the other one I get is in Russian. I'm not going to do it in Russian. I'm not going to do it in any other language. I said this about 2 or 3 years ago. If you guys want to translate it yourselves and post it onto your YouTube channel, you have my permission as long as you give animation credit to where it's due, and that's us. You can only take credit for translation. If you do that, totally okay with it. I won't give you like some type of a strike or something like that, or whatever the case may be. Just want you to know that, based on the music, you're not going to be able to, monetize it, right? So either which way, it is what it is. The next question I get is, can I still get the Blu-ray? So I mentioned to you guys in the last project update, I'm going to leave the GoFundMe up till the end of the month, and we are approaching it. It is the 28th. So if you want the Blu-ray, you got to get it in before the 31st. I will be shutting it down on November the 1st. So, and again, that's going to have a lot of goodies in there regarding Dinobots Unleashed that you guys will definitely want to see, because those are items that are not going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel or my website or anything of that nature, right? That is exclusive content as a thank you, as a bonus thank you to those who have continued to help us out throughout the years, right? When will the Blu-ray be shipped out? So Aiden is working on remastering the audio. So the audio that you guys heard or will hear in the uploaded is not going to be the Blu-ray audio. The Blu-ray audio is going to have an enhanced quality. It might even give you a completely different feel. Based on what I've heard from Aiden, there are certain scores that have been changed up to kind of capture the emotion of the scene that we're watching a little bit better. So, you're going to get a better quality of audio on the Blu-ray. So I just want to let you guys know it is going to be different from the stream YouTube and the video that I'm going to be uploading in a couple of days or a week or two, right? Why is Megatron a Decepticon again? I thought he quit, or I thought he disbanded it, whatever the case may be. Guys, he's always going to be a Decepticon. He didn't say that he's not going to be a Decepticon. He just said, listen, I now I know what oppression feels like, and I've kind of lost my taste of, oppressing other people. That to me tells me that he's in retirement mode. But due to his hatred for Unicron, because of what Unicron did to him, that oppression that we were just talking about, he just has this hatred, and he feels compelled to make sure that Unicron does not come back online. So he's not coming out of retirement, if you will, to go ahead and try and conquer Earth or conquer Cybertron. He's just coming out because he doesn't want Unicron to come back. He wants to stick it to Unicron. You know what I'm saying? He wants payback, if you will. That's really all that's going on here. It's more so revenge and assurance, because he knows that if Unicron comes back online, pretty much the entire universe is at stake. So he's got a stake in that, right? Why is Galvatron different from Megatron? I had somebody actually comment, "This sucks. They're supposed to be the same." Guys, it's my vision. Number one, number two, it's not unheard of, right? I think it was the IDW comics that went down this route and kind of made the Galvatron, Scourge, and Cyclonus like actual characters apart from Megatron and whoever got changed or reformatted, right? It's almost like they're their own characters. That's all we're doing. We're taking that direction. And again, you can't hold everything down to G1. That's just not realistic. If that were the case, RC, to quote RC, if she reversed her colors, she'd be pink and gray or pink and white, right? Wheeljack would be a scientist and not a wrecker, right? Not everything has to be G1. I'm okay with changes and enhancements as long as it's cool, makes sense, and it adds on to the story. And you guys got to be open to that as well. That's just, sticking it to just one specific thing doesn't make sense. in addition to that, we're not going to the comics, the video games. I had another comment. Oh, how are you doing this when Bruticus was in the game and so on? We're not following that. I've said it throughout the whole, since the beginning. We're not following the comics. We're not following the video games. We're not following the aligned continuity. We're not following anything. We are going solely off of what took place in the show. So Transformers Prime, Season 1, 2, and 3, Predacons Rising. That's it. We're not doing anything apart. We're not including anything. Does that mean that we don't take inspiration from other areas? Yes, we can take inspiration, but it's not a connection. Does that make sense? I hope that clears it up. When will Dinobots Unleashed be ready? Will we get a trailer? I mean, I'm still in the midst of Galvatron's Revenge, so it'll be a while before all that stuff. But I'll continue to update you guys every single month, just like I do with the project updates. You'll be getting updates every single month, no matter what we do. And like I said, after Galvatron's Revenge is done, we've got 100% focus on Dinobots Unleashed. The next thing I want to target is the auditions. I want to finalize those voice actors for those characters. We've got I think 8 slots left, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be the main focus. I've already started doing the animatics. That'll be the next focus, right, is doing the animatics, so that way come maybe January, February, we can start to animate what's already been taken care of as far as an animatic. Jason has already started rigging the characters, the finalized characters that we have. I think we have 3 or 4 finalized characters. We've got Shockwave, Predaking, Slash, and Swoop that are ready to be rigged. So that's that. What characters are coming in the sequel? We've got a slew of characters that we've already announced. I would recommend, if you want to know what characters we have, head on over to www.primeanimations.com. We've got a tab specific to Dinobots Unleashed and another tab specific to Ultimate Annihilation, which is the 3rd film, and we've got the characters that we've already released in those 2 sections. Now, that does not mean that those are the only characters. We've got more. We're just going to announce them as we're ready to announce them, right? Some won't get announced. Some are going to be a surprise, just like we had in Galvatron's Revenge, right? We held on to the return of Optimus and Megatron until we released the unrendered scenes. You didn't know about it until that particular moment. So likewise, we're going to have special characters that are not going to be revealed until the release of the film, however we decide to do it, right? Whether it be one consolidated thing or the unrendered piece by piece, which I didn't mind that. But yeah, we've got a bunch of characters remaining, so be on the lookout for that. Can we do more characters? I get a bunch of requests. Do this character. Can you put this character? I can't put every single character in there. Every character that I put in here is specifically selected to make sense. One of my biggest critiques, for example, of the 4th Transformer movie was Age of Extinction, was that the Dinobots were just there. I mean, they were there to add some type of coolness, but it didn't make sense story-wise why they were there, and we never saw them, afterwards again. I think we saw them briefly in Transformers 5 when that whole scenario at the, with Kay Yeager at his junkyard, right? But that was, again, why were they even there? I don't like to add things just because. I like to add things because it makes sense. It adds on to the story. It gives us something more than just, oh, that's cool. Because to me, it's the coolness goes down if it doesn't make sense why they're there. So that's what I got for you guys. Those are the top 10 questions that I seem to get on a regular basis. Figured I'd condense everything and give it to you guys here. Guys, I want to thank you guys. Number one, I sincerely apologize for those hiccups from the stream, but rest assured we are correcting those, and rest assured those won't even be an issue come Blu-ray. So guys, thank you. I want to thank every single one of you guys for the positivity, the encouragement. There's a bunch of you guys that absolutely loved it, and I'm glad that you guys did, because at the end of the day, this was done out of love for all of us, right? So guys, thank you so much. I will see you guys at the next project video. So take care. Peace out. Till all are one.